Good evening, everyone. Welcome to BYJU'S Exam Prep and welcome to this GK marathon for TISSNET and CMAT. Okay, so TISSNET is less than a month away, and CMAT likely could be held in March, maybe mid-March or end of March. And GK is the differentiator in these two examinations. Because if you look at TISSNET, 40 questions out of 100 are asked from GK, and the other two sections are doable, quite much doable, moderate level. You do not have very difficult English or mathematics in TISSNET, but GK is what makes the difference. And similarly in CMAT, also the other sections are easy, and GK is the challenging part. Okay, so these two, if you are targeting these two examinations, it is very important that you must focus on GK, which you may not have done rigorously for other examinations, except probably IFT. Okay, so this is just a quiz week on a weekly basis, right? So that you just brush up whatever you've studied and play in an interactive way. And the ones who are watching, I'm sure you must have enjoyed this quiz thus far. So please do like the session. And the ones who are new to it, just let me just tell you that what you need to do is you just go to the site menti.com. You can see the link over there, and it will ask you for a code. So you enter the code 63143210. You can open it on another tab, एक दूसरे tab में खोलो, या फिर like you're watching on mobile, you can open it your laptop. You can open a separate tab and enter this site name menti.com, MENTI, and it will ask you for a code, right, in order to play this, and enter the code 63143210. Okay, so I'll wait for 1 more minute, right? So please do like the session, and then we'll start the quiz. Okay, and it has 40 questions. After every 10 questions, we shall have a look at the leaderboard. देखते रहेंगे 10-10 question के बाद that who is leading. So the rule is simple. You will get a question. You will get 30 seconds to answer it, and the faster you answer, the more points you get. Right? So जितनी जल्दी आंसर दोगे उतने ज़्यादा points मिलेंगे, and you will have fun playing this. Right? So let's begin then. Okay, are you all set for the for this? So let's start then. Okay, so there are already 15 people who are waiting, and I'm sure more people will join in. Let's start. So here's the first question. Which is the largest producer of rubber in the world? Indonesia, Thailand, Vietnam, India. So here go to the site menti.com. You can see on the top there is a site name called menti.com. Okay, and just go there, and it will ask you for a code. Enter the code 63143210. Largest producer of rubber. See how many of you know the answer? Okay, some thought that it is India. No, it is Thailand. Okay, so these are among the top producers. Thailand, then Indonesia, Vietnam, India is also among the top 5, but Thailand is the largest producer. Okay, by some good margin ahead of Indonesia and Vietnam. India, I guess, is the fourth or fifth largest producer, but not the first. Okay. All right, so let's have a look at the next question. Question number 2. Name the first Shatabdi Indian Railways to get Integrated Management System certification. New Delhi, Lucknow, New Delhi, Howrah, Ranchi, Howrah, Chennai, Mysore, Chennai, Mumbai, Ahmedabad, Mumbai. I think the font size is very small. I'll read the options. New Delhi, Lucknow, Howrah, Ranchi, Chennai, Mysore, and Mumbai, Ahmedabad. These are the options. Now this is something from current affairs. Okay, it became the first Shatabdi train to get this IMS, Integrated Management System certification. Time's up. Yes, most of you got this one right. The right answer is Chennai, Mysore, Shatabdi. Okay. All right. So whenever it comes to current affairs, I guess students are more accurate in answering those questions, because current affairs is something that you do read. Static भी लोग कम पढ़ते हैं, but current affairs सभी लोग पढ़े रहते हैं. Okay, so let's see the next question. E-Chopal is a CSR initiative of which company? E-Chopal. Nestle, Godrej, HUL or ITC? E-Chopal. What is a CSR initiative? It is called corporate social responsibility. Something, so whenever there's a large company, right, there is a rule that you have to spend at least 2% of your revenue in social cause. Okay, so different, the big companies, they have different initiatives. Those are called CSR initiatives, right, related to environment or like welfare of poor people or education or something like that. So, e-Chopal is an initiative of ITC, and good to know that most of you answered it correctly. So what it does is basically like for farmer, it's an initiative for farmers, rural farmers. Okay, so they get information through internet. Like they have an app sort of thing, wherein not exactly app, they have some computers installed in different villages, and wherein farmers get information about what could be the weather forecast, which crops should they grow, which fertilizers to use, etc., etc. So basically, information related to farming through internet. That's why the name e-Chopal. So there's a place called Chopal in every so in those villages, that is called an e-Chopal. All right, so let's see the next question. Who was recently appointed as the UN resident coordinator in India? Shombi Sharp, Yasumasa Kimura, Tomio Shichiri, Dagmar Walter. Current affairs, very recent news. Okay, so TISSNET will happen in uh, Feb, so probably you can get current affairs from Jan as well. Okay, so be prepared with current affairs for the last 6 months at least. Okay, somewhere around July, August to January, right? Yes, Shombi Sharp is the right answer. So he's an American diplomat. Okay, works in the UN. He was appointed as the UN resident coordinator in India. Let's see the next one. Question number 5. And the ones who are joining can join the quiz. Who is the author of the book The Emperor of All Maladies? So the ones who are joining now can go to the site menti.com. It will ask you for a code. Okay, please enter the code 63143210. The Emperor of All Maladies. Okay, so again an increasing graph, right? The right answer is Siddharth Mukherjee. So he is an oncologist, and this book is on cancer. Okay, so malady basically means some disease, right? So he wrote a book on this, that it is the king of all diseases, right? How harmful it is, etc. And it won the Pulitzer Prize way back in 2011. The book was written in 2010. Right answer by most of you. Okay, let's move on to the next question. The Central Tibetan Administration is headquartered in which place? Dharmshala, New Delhi, Dehradun, Patna. And there are a lot of Tibetan people living in India. So uh, the headquarter of Central Tibetan Administration. Where is it? Like this is something you can use some common sense to answer it. सुना होगा इसके बारे में अक्सर. You may not be knowing the headquarter, but like a lot of times, yes. The right answer again, Dharmshala. Right, the Dalai Lama का नाम सुना होगा, right? The Dalai Lama, Dharmshala, and all. So that yes, that is a Dharmshala. Correct. Okay, question number 7. Where was India's first fisheries business incubator launched? So again, from current affairs, first fisheries business incubator. Kochi, Gurgaon, Kolkata, or Puri. Now this is from current affairs. See how many of you know this. Okay. Interesting that you heard of this, right? I thought that I would give some all coastal options. या तो किसी ने ऐसा दिमाग लगाया होगा अरे बाकी सब कोस्टल एरिया गुड़गांव थोड़ा अलग लग रहा है so let's answer this right. So yes, it is called LIFIC, LINAC, NCDC, Fisheries Incubator Center. Okay, so launched recently and it is headquarters in Gurgaon. Okay, there is some government scheme also, Matsya Palan, some Yojana. Under that initiative, this thing was launched. Okay, the head it is located in Gurgaon. All right, next question. The Grand Canyon is a part of which river? Must have heard of this place. You know the river? Colorado, Mississippi, Missouri, or Ohio? Grand Canyon. You see those large, like valley. Canyon is basically a valley. Sometimes things from international geography are also asked, right? So you should be aware of these famous places and all. Okay, yes, the right answer is Colorado. No one answered for Missouri. Some people answered Mississippi and Ohio as well. So it is in Colorado. Okay, the American state of Colorado. There is a river also, Colorado, which flows, and it is a valley in that river. Okay. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Question number 9. After two more questions, we shall have the look at the leaderboard, that who is being the fastest and the most accurate. The ones who are joining now can just go to the site menti.com and use this code to participate in this interactive quiz. Here's the next question. Which travel company has partnered with the Ministry of Civil Aviation to promote regional air connectivity through the UDAN scheme? IBIBO, Yatra, Ixigo, or Make My Trip? Current affairs, I expect most of you should know the answer to this. The general trend I have seen is whenever I put a question on current affairs, most people get it right. Static में कम लोगों का आता है, current affairs में सही रहता है. Okay, let's see. Yes, Make My Trip is the right answer. वही मेरा prediction सही निकला. Right. So this UDAN scheme. Do you know what is UDAN scheme? So UDAN scheme was launched by the government. It means that उड़े देश का आम नागरिक. Okay. So this Ministry of Civil Aviation, they said that let's have affordable prices for flights, so that like there are many people who aspire to fly, right? They want to see that how is it to go by an aeroplane, right? So this Make My Trip has partnered with Civil Aviation Ministry, and it has launched certain flights for short distances. Okay, so these are generally flights where the airfare is less than 2,500. मतलब जैसे पास में हुई, जैसे let's say like Hyderabad to Chennai, or like close by cities, जिसमें बहुत ज़्यादा like same state or maybe neighboring state but not very much distance, so that the prices are also low, and these are for like people who want to experience like, so the purpose is that most of the people get a chance to fly in an aeroplane, right? उड़े देश का आम नागरिक. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Question number 10. After this, we shall have a look at the leaderboard. So here's the question. BCG vaccine is given to prevent which disease? The vaccine पे current affairs तो बहुत हो गया. Let's ask a static question. Tuberculosis, measles, cholera, diphtheria. Okay, so Omkar studies my old sessions of MNCT. Good, Omkar. We'll have something for MNCT also once the notification is out. You know when it is going to be conducted. Okay, yes, the right answer is tuberculosis. So this is something which is taught in school, right? School में science में पढ़ाते हैं, right? When they teach about vaccination and all those, they tell that this all those these basic things related to vaccines is taught. Maybe now they will teach them. They must start teaching about COVID also. Okay. All right. So we are done with 10 questions, 1/4 of the quiz, right? And let's look at the leaderboard. Keep quiz leading. Okay, so Damru is some person who is active all the time, right? He is returned after quite a long period of time, and Damru Handsome is the fastest. Then we have AP, then Kritika Narang, then Black Panther, Falcon, Uzui, Sumit, Shubh, Siddhant, Chayan. Okay, so these are the top 10 players. Okay, so the faster you answer, the more points you get. Right, so Damru is leading, and others have fair chance to lead. Okay, like AP is just some 372 points away, and then others also have a chance. And the ones who could not make it to the top 10, don't worry. We have 30 more questions to go. Right, it keeps the leaderboard keeps changing, provided some other person is faster and quicker. Right. So please, if you are enjoying this session, please do like the session. And the ones who are yet to join, जिनने अभी तक देखा नहीं है कभी, they can go to the site menti.com. It will ask you for a code. Enter the code 63143210. You can still participate. You can make it to the top 10 also, not necessarily because there are 30 more questions, right? Maybe you get more questions correct than anyone else, and you could be in the leaderboard, or else, like, even if you are not in the leaderboard, you will enjoy participating in it. Okay, so it gives you a good thrill. All right, let's move on to the next phase. Question number 11. Which is the world's largest landlocked country? Mongolia, Niger, Kazakhstan, Algeria. Landlocked country. I hope you know the meaning of landlocked country. The country which does not have any coastline. ठीक है, जो पूरा चारों तरफ से जमीन ही जमीन होती है, जिसमें कोई कोस्टलाइन नहीं है. Largest landlocked country in the world. Time's up. Okay, right answer Kazakhstan. Okay, so Kazakhstan is like, in terms of area, if you talk about it, is the 9th largest country in the world. And you know, India is 7th, then you have Argentina 8th, Kazakhstan is 9th, and among the landlocked countries, it is the largest. Okay, so area of about 2.7 million square kilometers. Okay, that is the largest landlocked country. Okay, let's move on to the next question. What is the year that India has set as deadline for net zero emission? Again, something from current affairs. India has recently announced that it will uh, achieve this net zero emission, and by which year will it achieve this? 2040, 50, 60, or 70? Okay, 50, 70. अच्छा, 60, 40 की odd नहीं, मतलब odd even के लेते क्या? 40, 60 even लग रहा है, 50, 70 odd. 2070 is the year, right? So by 2070 they have decided, I mean, they have set a deadline that net zero emissions. Let's see that how many of us are alive by that time. We all of us will be quite old by then. Let's see the next question. When is International Literacy Day observed? 1st September, 8th September, 16th September, 25 September. So hint is that it is observed in September. Now you look at like reasoning, like it looks like a puzzle, वो number series ना, पहले 7 का difference, 8 का difference, 9 का difference. Next number would have been 35, but unfortunately there are not 35 days in a month. Yes, 8 September is the correct answer. 16 September को ozone day होता है. 8 September International Literacy Day. Okay, so let's look at the next question. Question number 14. What is the name of China's first solar exploration satellite in space? Sorry, I cannot pronounce these names. Okay, or it would be too difficult for me to pronounce, but yes, you should know the answer. Okay, कई बार क्या होता है कि like even if you do not know the pronunciation, okay, that's fine. This is basically vocabulary based questions. Right, in vocabulary based questions, what happens is, like, even if you do not know the pronunciation, if you know the meaning of the words, you know the synonyms and antonyms, right, then it is fine. Okay, it works. Okay, so recently I came across one page on Instagram by the name Vocab Jab. There is daily, like, it's my friend's page, right? So they put daily words in there, right, with synonyms and antonyms. So vocab is another thing that you should be focusing on for these examinations like CMAT and all, क्योंकि कुछ vocab से question आते रहते हैं. Okay, yes, this is the right answer. Xexihe. I don't know how do you pronounce shy or something like that, right? So that is the first solar exploration satellite in space. Okay, the space mission. I don't know why it is among science and tech news. That is something that is often asked. ठीक है, NASA ने क्या भेजा, India ने क्या भेजा, और China ने क्या भेजा, etc. Okay, let's see the next question. How many scheduled languages are there in the 8th schedule of the Constitution of India? 18, 20, 22, 24. Something from the field of law, languages, or in both things. And remember, in TISSNET, you will get questions related to arts and culture. Okay, arts and culture related to Indian polity, government schemes, etc. So they do focus on that. Okay, so most of you got this one right. The right answer is 22 languages. Okay, and 4 of them were added in 2004. That made the number 22. Well, let's see the next question. Question number 16. When did India win its first Olympic gold in men's hockey? 1940, 36, 32, 28. Okay, this time India won bronze medal, right? Last time India had won in 1980. That was the last medal that India had. When was the first time India won Olympic gold? And you must be knowing that India has won 8 gold medals in Olympics. Okay, that is the highest. Can till 1970s, India was the best country by far. By far, India was best in hockey. Okay, लगातार like हर Olympics में जीते थे. So 1928 Amsterdam Olympics was the first time India won the gold medal. Then 1928, 1932, 1936, even 1942, 1940 में तो Olympics हुए ही नहीं थे, right? World War 1944 में भी नहीं हुए थे. Then 1948 लगातार 4 Olympic gold जीते थे, 48. And then in 52, I guess we won silver or bronze. We did not win the gold. Then 56, then 64. So we have a total of 8 gold medals in hockey. Okay. So 1928 Amsterdam Olympics were the first time that India won the gold. Okay, next question. Which country will chair G7 summit in 2022? Germany, US, Italy, Canada. Okay, so important. See, the purpose of this quiz is कि I will not say कि यही question exam में आएंगे, but the thing is you will get to understand that what kind of questions you can expect, the relevant question types. ठीक है, like G7 summit कहाँ होगा, ये summit कहाँ होगा, वो summit कहाँ होगा. They might ask what happened recently, like they might ask BRICS summit कहाँ हुआ था, right? That UN का ये summit, वो summit. These are some things that like are asked from international affairs. Yes, so it will be hosted by Germany. Okay, so Germany will have it. Like I think it is going to be held in June. Okay, but they announce an year in advance. Well, let's see the next question. What is the capital of Venezuela? Okay, capital currencies: Bogota, Quito, Caracas, Lima. Okay, time's up. Let's see. Okay, good number of you got this one right. Okay, so current capitals you should know. Okay, Bogota is capital of Colombia. Okay, Quito is Ecuador. Caracas is Venezuela. Lima is of Peru. Okay, so you should know this. New appointments, yes, new appointments are also important, right? Related to new appointments, maybe related to international political appointments, ki kaun prime minister bana, president bana, etc. And also your corporate appointments, right? Who became the CEO of this, or like PSUs, right? Sometimes, like in TISSNET, you can expect from PSUs also, right? Ki PSUs में किसमें कौन किसे chairman बनाया, किसे MD बनाया, etc. Okay, so Caracas is the right answer. Let's see the next question. Question number 19. Who achieved the first ever Guinness World Record in numerology? Is an Indian. Okay, JC Chaudhary, Vedant Sharma, Rajat Nair, Anupam Kapil. Okay, current affairs, January. This is the first ever Guinness World Record in the field of numerology, and the first Guinness World Record of 2022. Right. So first Guinness World Record that was registered in the year 2022. Who won it? Numerology के field में. Okay, so current affairs, most of you know the right answer. Yes, the right answer is JC Chaudhary. Okay, so he is also the managing director of Akash Education, right? Akash IITJ and all. So he has been into the field of numerology for a very long duration, 30 plus years now. Okay, so you can read about him if you're interested in knowing that. Okay, so he won this. He made this Guinness World Record in numerology. Okay. All right, this is the 20th question, and after this, we shall have a look at the leaderboard again, and let's see that Damru and some is still leading, or AP has taken the lead. Altroz is a brand of a car manufactured by which company? Very easy question. आप लोगों को आता ही होगा. Right, Maruti, Tata, Mahindra, Hyundai. गाड़ियों के बहुत शौकीन होते हैं. और cars से related, I do not understand why. Related to cars, this is, I mean, if you see the paper patterns, right, they ask questions related to cars. This time it was asked कि कौन सी कार का मतलब होता है horse, right? Mustang. Last year there was a question in one of the examinations. If I'm not wrong, it was in TISSNET or CMAT, that which car means shark. That was Marazzo. Okay. So yes, Tata is the right answer, right? Tata Altroz. It's surprising to see that many of you answered incorrectly also, maybe not interested in vehicles. Okay, not an issue, right? But do read about cars and all also, क्योंकि कई बार questions पूछ लेते हैं cars से. Okay, let's have a look at the leaderboard again. Okay, and if you are enjoying this quiz, please do like the session. Okay, just give some thumbs up so that we also get the motivation. Okay, so AP has taken the lead. Okay, he was the fastest during this phase. Okay, 11 to 20 questions. So AP is leading. Then Namru Handsome is second place. Then Kritika Narang third. Then Uzui Black Panther, close fight between them. Sumit, Chayan, Shub, Falcon, and Rajat. Okay, so Rajat I guess was not in the top 10. So that's what I said. Right? I think Falcon was also not in the top 10. And Chayan was, I guess, at the 10th place and has moved to the 7th. Okay, so AP was the fastest during this phase and has moved to the first position. Let's see that Damu Handsome or Kritika or Uzui Black Panther all have fair chance, okay, because we have 20 more questions to go. Okay, right, so 20 more questions to go. Anyone can lead. Okay, please do like this if you are enjoying this quiz, and do participate every weekend at 9 p.m. every Sunday at 9 p.m. this quiz. Next question. Kento Momota is related to which sport? Basketball, badminton, football, tennis. Okay, you should know about the major sports persons in the world. Japanese player. Which sport does he play? Time's up. Badminton player, right? He's among the top. I think sometime back he was ranked one as well. He must be in the top five for sure. Right? Japanese badminton player. Okay, not basketball, not football, not tennis. So you should know about major sports persons across different fields, right? And like you must have heard that Nadal won Australian Open, and he has now achieved the maximum number of Grand Slams. He got 21 Grand Slams. Okay, Nadal के. Okay, yeah, you should be aware of different sports कि कहाँ क्या चल रहा है. ठीक है, नडाल का क्वेश्चन आ सकता है करंट अफेयर्स में कि मैक्सिमम नंबर ऑफ ग्रैंड स्लैम्स इन मेंस टेनिस. Okay, let's see the next question. Which film won the Best Drama Film Award at the Golden Globe Awards 2022? West Side Story, King Richard, The Power of the Dog, Dune. Okay, films and all. TISSNET. See, I don't know that TISSNET has a lot of courses. Okay, maybe you are applying for HRM. There are people who are applying for media and communications. Okay, MA in media and mass communication or some sort of course. That is why they ask questions on films and all. Right? Last year they asked ki, Drishyam was originally in which language? Okay, and there was another question that what was India's entry to the Oscar? Okay. So Golden Globe Awards presented recently. The Power of the Dog is the right answer in the drama film, and in the music film, I think the winner was West Side Story, if I'm not wrong. Okay, and these were other nominees, right? King Richard, Dune, they were other nominees in this. Okay, let's move on to the next question. 23. Maitri Setu, which links Tripura with Chittagong port in Bangladesh, is built on which river? Padma, Surma, Teesta, Feni. Maitri Setu. So India, Bangladesh are having good relations for some years now, and like this Maitri means friendship, right? And recently they observed that Maitri Divas also on the Liberation Day of Bangladesh. Okay, so it was launched, it was inaugurated last year, Maitri Setu, right? It is on Feni River. Okay, so it connects India like Tripura with Bangladesh. Okay, it's a bridge. Okay, Setu means bridge connecting India and Bangladesh. Okay, let's see the next question. Which country named the cyclone Jawad, which emerged recently in the Bay of Bengal? भी जवाद नाम से cyclone आया था, right? Which country named this cyclone? Saudi Arabia, Sri Lanka, Maldives, or Iran? Jawad. Time's up. Yes, the right answer is Saudi Arabia. I'll tell you one interesting thing, right? I used to be curious, ki how are these cyclones named? So you must have heard of this International Meteorological Organization, right? Or so it has association with in different regions. Like in Asia, there are 13 countries, like the South Asia belt, especially I mean in the region of this Arabian Sea, Bay of Bengal. So there are 13 countries, and they had submitted a list of 13 names each. Yes, 13 into 13, 169 names. So that list keeps on, like, so all countries have submitted 13 names each. So alphabetically, the names alphabetically in the sense of the country name. Okay. So for example, you must have heard of Taute. Okay, Taute आया था ना last year May में. So Taute was named by Myanmar. Okay. Then after Taute there was another cyclone that was Yas. Okay. Yas was named by Oman. Then उसके बाद आया था गुलाब, that was named by Pakistan. So Myanmar, Oman, Pakistan. Then after Pakistan, the next country is Saudi Arabia. I mean जो 13 countries है उसमें India भी आती है. Saudi Arabia is the next country, right? So Saudi Arabia named Jawad, right? So अभी ये Bay of Bengal में आया था cyclone. So that is by Saudi Arabia. अब जो next cyclone आएगा that is named by Sri Lanka, and that cyclone is called Asani. Okay, तो when that cyclone comes, जब आपको न्यूज में दिखाई देगा, you will be like, अरे वाह, कि ये कहते हैं मुझे पहले से पता था. ठीक है, so that will be Asani, named by Sri Lanka. And after that Thailand ने क्या नाम दिया? That is सितरंग सतरंग कुछ ऐसे नाम है. ठीक है, so those are the upcoming cyclones, right? So we already know the names in advance of these cyclones. Interesting thing to know that there are 13 countries in this Asian region. They have named 13 cyclones each. So in an alphabetical order, this list keeps going on, right? So जैसे मान लो 13 countries हो गए, फिर next first country से फिर से in an alphabetical order. Interesting piece of information. Okay, next cyclone is going to be Asani. Okay, and by the way, Jawad means merciful. I don't know why they've kept the name such a name, merciful. How can a cyclone be merciful? Okay, let's move on to the next question. Question number 25. When was the Council of Europe founded? 1947, 1950, 1952, 1949. Now these are some typical static questions. ठीक है, no one expects or reads them. तो कुछ भी कहीं से भी आ जाता है वाला टाइप के क्वेश्चन. ठीक है, and there are handful of them. ठीक है, so expect that maybe you might get out of 40, 10 questions which would be these random. Static में भी random type के static. Okay. Yes, the correct answer is 1949, and 14 of you got this one correct. Good to know. Okay, let's see the next question. Dawn is a newspaper published in which country? Pakistan, Israel, Iraq, UAE. बहुत बार नाम सुना होगा न्यूज में डॉन. डॉन वाला मतलब डस्क एंड डॉन वाला, सनसेट वाला डॉन. It's a famous newspaper. English newspaper, obviously. Yes, the right answer is Pakistan. Okay, I mean the biggest English newspaper in Pakistan, and it was started by, I mean, you know who started this? Muhammad Ali Jinnah. So it was started by him. So that is a media company, Dawn Media Company, by some name. So that is a newspaper, very famous in Pakistan. ठीक है, कई बार न्यूज में आते रहता है ना, डॉन में ये खबर आई. Okay, let's see the next question. Who is the recently appointed CEO of Myntra? Faguni Nair, Nandita Sinha, Vandana Luthra, Leena Nair. Okay, these kind of appointments you should be knowing. The CEO of Myntra. Okay, yes, Nandita Sinha is the right answer. Okay, Nandita Sinha, she was previously with Flipkart. Okay, so you know that Myntra has been acquired by Flipkart itself. So recently appointed as the CEO of Myntra. Okay, so do read about like Myntra का CEO कौन है, Nykaa का CEO कौन है, Twitter का CEO कौन है, जो Indian CEOs, I mean some important Indian companies, women leaders, okay, and at a global stage who are Indian CEOs, etc. Do read about these things as well. Like if you talk about recent appointments, corporate appointments, as well as you could call those government appointments are important. Okay, question number 28. Let's see this question. The Chernobyl nuclear power plant is in which country? Belarus, Poland, Russia, Ukraine. So there was a disaster, right? It is considered as uh, one of the biggest man-made disasters. We don't call such disasters as natural disasters, right? So this disaster happened in 1986. Chernobyl. There is a web series also, web series or movie based on this. Chernobyl, very deadly disaster. Okay, so this nuclear power plant is in Ukraine. Okay, and formally that time 1986 when the disaster happened, it was a part of USSR. Okay, so it is in Ukraine, not in Russia. Chernobyl. Well, let's see the next question. This is the 29th question. Two more questions to go, and then we'll have the look at the leaderboard again. He AP is leading, or is it W again, or someone else? Okay, here's the question. What is the name of India's first indigenous server that is developed by the Center for Development of Advanced Computing? Rudra Grih Trishul Drod. Center for Development of Advanced Computing. The supercomputer server. What is its? Current affairs. Okay, read from अगस्त मतलब मोस्टली अगस्त से दिसंबर के बीच में आएंगे राइट उससे पहले के भी चांसेस हैं राइट देयर आर सम क्वेश्चंस व्हिच मे बी 1 year ओल्ड आल्सो बट कम आएंगे राइट तो जनरली इन दैट रेंज अगस्त टू दिसंबर तो पढ़ लेना सभी ठीक है यस रुद्र इज द राइट आंसर ओके क्वेश्चन नंबर 30 after this we shall have a look at the leaderboard for the third time. Where in India is archaeological site Arikamedu located? Goa, Lakshadweep, Puducherry, Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Okay, some famous monuments, archaeological sites. Okay. These are also one variety of question that you can expect in the examination. And let's see how many of you know the answer to this. Time's up. Yes, correct answer is Puducherry. And most of you got this one right. Okay, so now time to see the leaderboard again and let's see that who is leading this. Right before that, please do like this session if you are enjoying the quiz. Okay, so here's the leaderboard. Let's have a look at the leaderboard again. Okay, so Chayan was the fastest during this. No, it was again Damru Handsome was the fastest, but still like AP is having a lead, right? Although of just few points. Right, so AP continues to lead, followed by Damru Handsome, and then Kritika is retains a third position. Black Panther fourth. Chayan is fifth. So Chayan did well. He was initially 10th. Then he has jumped to fifth. And then Uzui, Shubh, Sumit, Rajat, and Mathili. Okay, so these are the top 10. Okay, so last 10 questions to go. Okay, so Damru handsome, if he continues to be fast, he can take the lead, or else AP continues to win. Or let's see if Kritika and Black Panther can do some magic. Okay, so 10 more questions to go. Let's start with the 31st question. अरे ये कैसे? Where will be India's first dugong conservation reserve set up? Gujarat, Odisha, Tamil Nadu, Kerala. Dugong is a sea animal. Okay, it is. It's not a fish exactly. It's a sort of no. It's a sort of like sea animal, right? Like a water, an aquatic animal, and its first is conservation reserve will be set up in Tamil Nadu. Okay, so think from current affairs. So they are setting up its conservation reserve in this state. Okay, question number 32. Which brand has the tagline taller, stronger, sharper? Boost, Complan, Bonvita, Horlicks. अच्छा माइकैट हो गया ना माइकैट में आते हैं ऐसे क्वेश्चन बहुत सारे हाँ इन अदर एग्जाम्स हो तो यू कैन एक्सपेक्ट सम क्वेश्चंस रिलेटेड टू ब्रांड्स कार के नाम पूछ लेते हैं टैगलाइन पूछ लेते हैं मे बी यू माइट गेट बिजनेस रिलेटेड क्वेश्चंस आल्सो ओके द राइट आंसर इज हॉर्लिक्स नॉट कॉम्प्लान राइट कॉम्प्लान का कुछ और है बट वी जनरली लाइक वो इमेज में आ रही होगी ना कि कॉम्प्लान बोलते हैं कि उसमें हाइट बढ़ जाती है कॉम्प्लान की टैगलाइन कुछ और है Boost, of course, no one voted because they know that Boost is a secret of our energy. Bonvita is Tan ki Shakti, Man ki Shakti. Complan is not getting कुछ तो और है but taller, stronger, sharper is of Horlicks. Complan से मतलब वो कुछ ऐसे दिखाते कि हाइट बढ़ती है पर stronger, sharper वाला दिखाते हैं. Okay, so the answer is Horlicks. Okay, next question. Who is the mascot of Namami Gange mission? Shaktiman, Chacha Chaudhary, Supandi, Mowgli. I expect you to answer this correctly. ठीक है करंट अफेयर्स है सुना होगा Okay, yes, the right answer is Chacha Chaudhary, a comic character. I'm sure you must have heard of it. So is the mascot of Namami Gange mission. Where is Greenfield International Stadium? Thiruvananthapuram, Cuttack, Pune, Coimbatore. So option font is small, right? Because it depends on this thing here, the length of the word, right? Thiruvananthapuram, Cuttack, Pune, Coimbatore. Greenfield International Stadium. Time's up. Yes, it is in Thiruvananthapuram. Okay, and it is primarily for football. It's a multi-sport stadium. Football plus cricket also. There were a few T20s played here, and one ODI has also been played. India West Indies का ODI हुआ था, I guess 2018 में. और कुछ T20 हुए, 2-3 T20 हुए यहाँ पे इस वेन्यू में. इंडिया न्यूजीलैंड इंडिया वेस्ट इंडीज T20 से और बाकी एक ओडीआई मैच हुआ है एंड रिसेंटली बना है बहुत पुराना नहीं है मे बी अराउंड मिड 2010 last decade, some less than a decade old maybe, primarily for football and cricket. Okay, next question. Which is the first country in the world to pass neuro rights law? Brazil, Japan, Chile, Germany. Okay, so something from current affairs. Yeah, there are some countries doing first in the world. कोई बिटकॉइन प्रमोट कर दे रहा है, ठीक है. So do read about these in current affairs, like these first related thing. First country to do this. First country to legalize Bitcoin. First country to have this or that. Okay, first country to give vaccination to children. So all those things current affairs से पूछी जा सकती है. Yes, the right answer is Chile. Right, so it is the first country that has passed neuro rights law. So something related to that, like artificial intelligence should not take place of human. This thing, something related to that. Okay. Okay. 5 more questions to go. Here's the next one. Who is the author of The India Story, An Epic Journey of Democracy and Development? Bimal Jalan, Manmohan Singh, Raghuram Rajan, Urjit Patel. So all former RBI governors. Who wrote this book? The India Story, An Epic Journey of Democracy and Development. Time's up. Yes, Bimal Jalan is the right answer, answered correctly by most of you. Because today I'm seeing that whether it is current or static, most of the answers, majority of you are getting the answers correct. That's good to see. It shows good level of preparation by most of the students. Okay, 4 more questions to go. Here's the next one. Which is the world's first movie to be shot in space? High Life, Jupiter Ascending, The Challenge, Lucy in the Sky. Okay, I was just reading current affairs somewhere, came across this interesting thing. First movie to be shot in space. So there was a crew of some members who went to space to shoot that particular scene of the movie. Interesting, right? The right answer is The Challenge. Okay, so it's a Russian movie. Okay, some maybe some science fiction movie, and the crew, like it is in association with Roscosmos, the Russian space agency. Okay, and they went to space in a spaceship for a duration of, I guess, 12 days, and there they shot some portion of the movie, The Challenge. Know this. कुछ भी random चीज भी पूछ सकते हैं, so this could be some interesting fact from current affairs. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Hornbill Festival is celebrated in which state? Nagaland, Manipur, Sikkim, Tripura. ठीक है, आर्ट एंड कल्चर रिमेम्बर कि कौन सा फेस्टिवल कहाँ होता है, कौन सी लैंग्वेज कहाँ होती है, कौन सा फूड कहाँ होता है. ठीक है, इन सबसे रिलेटेड क्वेश्चंस टिसनेट में आ सकते हैं. Related to tribal thing, because there are certain courses in TISSNET. TISS is for social sciences. Okay, so social science related questions, media related questions, tribes related questions, all sort of questions could be expected in the examination. Yes, Nagaland is the right answer. It is held in December, so it's for tribal people over there, right? Recently अभी December में मनाया जाता है. You must have heard of this. Cool. The penultimate question, and here it is. Amy Hunter became the youngest batter to hit ODI 100. She is from which country? Australia, Ireland, England, New Zealand. क्रिकेट में मेंस क्रिकेट हर कोई जानता है, वुमेन्स क्रिकेट से भी रिकॉर्ड बना है भाई. youngest batter to hit a ODI 100. Amy Hunter. Okay, news पढ़ी थी. Interesting. But yes, she is from Ireland and she was just 16-year-old when she hit that 100 in ODI. ठीक है? If you talk about the youngest, I mean, इससे पहले जिसका रिकॉर्ड था, that was Mithali Raj. I'm sure you know Mithali Raj. Okay, she held this record for many years now. Like she's been playing for more than 22 years. So she was, this lady, Emmy Hunter, was 16 years old, and Mithali Raj was 16 years, 205 days. And in men's cricket, the record is held by, any guesses? I'm sure many of you are cricket enthusiasts, right? You know who holds the record in men's cricket for the youngest batter to hit ODI 100? Women में तो चलो मैंने बता दिया, Amy Hunter, right? Earlier it was Mithali Raj. Who holds this record in men? Any guess? Sachin. Sachin took a long time to hit an ODI 100. Although he debuted at the age of 16, he was more than 20. Not Sachin. So the record in men's cricket is held by not Kohli. The men's cricket, the youngest person to hit, I mean, was that time was Shahid Afridi, and still the record, right? Shahid Afridi. Okay, Shahid Afridi was 16 years, 217 days. जो उसकी innings है ना, fastest 100, I mean 37 balls में 102. That came in just his second ODI. He was just 16 years old. मतलब, I mean, written 16. I don't know what his real age is. Nobody knows. But he was, I mean, officially he was 16 years and 217 days when he hit that. It was his just second ODI and the first inning that he batted. Okay. So against Sri Lanka, he hit 102 of just 37 balls. So that was the fastest 100 for many years. Then it was the record was broken by Corey Anderson. Then AB de Villiers broke that record, and he holds the record till now. So Shahid Afridi and Emmy Hunter became the youngest in women. Okay, overall also. Okay, 16 years old, and the record was previously held by Mithali Raj. Okay, so ऐसे कुछ related like women cricket से they can ask you youngest Indian, youngest in the world to play all three formats, Shefali Verma. Okay, this Smriti Mandana, cricketer of the women cricketer of the year. Okay, so those things you should be knowing about this. Okay, so cricket में जरूरी नहीं है male cricket. These days women cricket is also on the rise. You should read about these. Okay, so here's the last question for the day. Okay, and I'm sure you must have enjoyed the quiz thus far. Which union ministry implements the PM Mudra Yojana? PM Mudra Yojana. Yeah, government schemes, as I said, is important for TISSNET. Home Affairs, Labor and Employment, Social Justice, Ministry of Finance. Okay, so yes, the right answer is Ministry of Finance. And many of you got this one correct. Right, so Mudra scheme, you know, it is for MSMEs, micro units development and refinance agents, micro unit development and refinance agency, right? So that is the full form of it, Mudra. Okay, so basically for MSMEs, and under the scheme, loans are given to people who take some small businesses and especially in the rural areas and women entrepreneurs. Mudra scheme. Okay, so let's see the next. Let's see the leaderboard now. We are done with the questionnaire. Let's see who has won today's quiz. Okay, so I guess Damru has no. Still, by a thin margin, AP is the winner. Okay, so AP took a lead. Initially, it was Damru who was leading. Then AP took the lead, and he continued to lead it, and he's the winner. So we have Damru at the second position, and then Black Panther moved to the shifted to the third position. It was Kritika earlier. Kritika ended fifth, fourth, and then Chayan, then Shubh, Rajat, Mathili, Sumit, and Falcon. Right. So Mathili was 10th, and she moved on to the eighth position. All right, so that was the questionnaire for the day. I hope you enjoyed the puzzle, right? I mean, this quiz. And the purpose is to give you an idea that what kind of questions you can expect. ठीक है हफ्ते में एक दिन हम ऐसे entertainment के लिए कर लेते हैं. But on other days, you should read about things. Read about current affairs. ठीक है current affairs, as I said, that recent appointments, sports, awards and honors, obituaries, some books and authors. Okay, all those things या कुछ international affairs, national affairs, right, and all those things, and static also, history, geography, polity, list of firsts in India, right, superlatives, etc., countries, capitals, uh, currencies, those things you must read for static awareness. Okay, so that's it for the day. I hope you enjoyed this quiz. So please don't forget to like the session before you leave it. Okay, we'll meet next week, and we shall have another quiz, Menti quiz with 40 questions. And I hope you enjoyed this version, isn't it? Do you enjoy this part or the plain quiz wherein I ask questions and then you type in comments? Interactive में मजा आता है ना? You participate and you want to compete against others. You want to see who is the fastest among you and all. So that's why we keep this such sessions. Okay, so good night, everyone. Have a great night and all the best. And you have one more week left to apply for TISSNET. Okay, 7 Tarikh, I think, is the last, 7 is the last date. Do apply on time, and like, that is a good institute that you can target, and make sure that you are well prepared with the GK section. Okay, so that's it for now. Goodbye and take care.